Alright, welcome back to part 3 of this series. Continuing down the list of WADs and master levels for Doom 2. Of course, we haven't moved on to Doom 2 yet. Still doing the Doom 1 WADs that are included in this package. Something I forgot to mention last time, I do have a new mic set up. I think it sounds a little better than the one I used in the first episode. So just let me know if you think it's good, bad, if I should switch back to the headset. One way or the other. But I think this one, after listening to it, sounded a lot better. So, also another thing I wanted to point out, going back and watching the first two episodes, I noticed that I'm using a lot of Doom WAD terminology, just kind of assuming that you have any idea what I'm talking about. So I'm going to try to do a better job about explaining the internals of how Doom WADs are actually represented and what the various constructs actually mean. In terms of how the various components come together to actually create a level, and all the architecture and triggers and things that make Doom what Doom is. So, yeah, let's just move on down the list. We've got another WAD here with no text file. So I guess we can just jump into it. This one's called... At first glance, I wanted to say that was Asthree, but it's Asthree. So, yeah, let's just hop in here and see what we can see. So, we'll jump into Ultraviolets. Well, that's E1M1 as we all know it. So, this could take a minute to find this level. Okay, so E1M3. Okay. Whoa, okay. So, just right off the bat, there's stuff behind us. I don't even know what kind of map this is. I'm just going to assume it's a single-player map. Okay, we got a couple guys down there. I don't know if I should alert them or not. Kind of feel like maybe I shouldn't, but screw it. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like hopping down here is our only real option. Well, it's certainly looking like a single-player map right off the bat. A little dull, but not a terrible start. Oh, okay, that's a long hallway. This kind of reminds me of E2M5 question mark Deimos Lab. Oh, okay, so we just got all kinds of ugly coming at us from all kinds of directions. So, best thing we could do here is just start down one of them and start taking some guys out. Alright. Don't really want to press ahead without clearing out behind us here. Ow! Okay. So, let's just go left first and see what's what. Very bland use of textures here, nothing particularly interesting. But hey, at least there's nice wide open areas. That's more than I could say for the first couple WADs we played. Whoa. Let's not get too frisky here, boys. Alright. Boy, this author liked imps. Just keeping a close eye on my ammo there, trying to make the best use I can of what I've been given. So yeah, this is definitely a departure from the first two WADs in that we're dealing with some very big open areas here, which, you know, is a little refreshing. I wish they were a little more interesting, other than just big open boxes with solid textures. My initial guess that this wasn't a deathmatch WAD, I don't know, I'm starting to reconsider that. Okay, so it looks like I'll get some more ammo in there. Let's just take this guy out and move forward. Okay, got a couple of guys here that... I think it's the, those are open on hit textures, or line defs. And what I mean by a line def is, well, Doom is not technically three-dimensional. It does a very good job of faking it, but it's not actually three-dimensional. A lot of people like to call it 2.5D. In reality, there really is no Z-axis as we know it in modern 3D games. You can actually look at the representation of a Doom WAD in a 2D editor because it's actually not possible to have an area in a Doom WAD that you can walk both over and under. And the reason for that is just a limitation of how the Doom engine works. And what a Doom WAD actually is a collection of sectors. Every single area you are in that has like these unique floor and ceiling textures, the line between this kind of tile and this blue carpet here is a line that marks the edge of a sector. And if you look at a map, everything you see in this map, all the different shapes, all these closed shapes are sectors. And sectors are comprised of a closed shape made up of lines. Sectors must be closed, otherwise you will get some very interesting effects. So, what is a line exactly? Well, a line consists of a line def and two side defs. One or two side defs, I'm sorry. Depending on whether the line is one-sided or two-sided. So, in the case of a one-sided line, it has a single line def and a single side def. The side def being the thing that defines the texture on the side that you're seeing, and the line def defines actual special properties of the line itself that are not respective to which side you're looking at or dealing with. Things like, is this wall passable? Can it be shot through? Can monsters see through it? Those kinds of things. Everything that is not inside of a sector is considered the void. So when I say that something is doing, that a line def is doing something, what I usually mean is a trigger of some kind. When you're dealing with these kind of lines right here that are two-sided passable, like this line you can see between this solid gray texture, this kind of hexagonal gray texture, and even the line between the solid gray and the tile gray, those lines are passable. I can walk over them. There are triggers in the game on these line defs that do things when you walk over those line defs. So when I say walking over a line def did something, that's what I mean. It's a trigger that causes some kind of action to happen. So anyways, that's enough of that. Let's move on with the level. Was this a blue door? It was. Okay. Not exactly the right texture to be using to indicate a blue door, but it works, I guess. Okay, Hall of Mirrors effect. Okay, so this actually follows on quite nicely from what we were just talking about. This weird texture right here is not actually the result of messing up a texture, but the result of a missing texture. And the reason why you can tell it's missing is because it is simply not refreshing, because you're looking out into the void. There's nothing there to render, so the engine just renders the last thing it sees. And in this case, it's just over-rendering the floor texture of the step above it. So that is a missing texture. Not a particularly great WAD so far. Are things about to open and jump at me? There's the red key. Okay, so red key. Definitely indicating a single-player WAD here. I think I need to save. We're going to call this Asthree. All right. Definitely a little maze-like. Oh boy. Okay, I guess I kind of need to deal with this situation before I move on. This is so the invisibility sphere is an interesting beast. See, there, I did it. For an experienced Doom player, the invisibility sphere is generally actually not desirable to have, because you get used to monsters telegraphing their attacks, and they do in this game. But with the invisibility sphere, there is a chance that they will telegraph and then throw their projectile or shot in a random direction that would normally miss you. But because you're so used to dodging them when they telegraph them, a lot of times you'll dodge right into the random miss. The only reason I'm going in here is because I know there are hit scanners in here, and I really need the ammo right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother with this room quite yet. Alright. So... definitely gonna need to spend a second look at the map here, because I am definitely getting a little disoriented with just the sheer size of this WAD. Let me zoom out here. Oh, I am zoomed out. That's fun, isn't it? So we have a red key. We could, in theory, go through this door. Wait, I thought we had a red key. Did we not pick up a red key? Maybe I'm crazy. Is this... okay, I am just dealing with a big square here. Okay, so that makes this a little easier to... alright. So, coming back down this hallway, clearly we've already been here. That was the entrance. Okay. Let me guess, there are going to be guys behind here. Yep. Little tight on health right now. Alright, so what does this do? I love switches where you can't tell what they did. Alright, a little health, that's nice to have. Some ammo. A little dark in here. Any secrets on this map? Nope, no secrets on this map, so not going to worry too much about that. Alright, so let's go back around. There were some areas back this way. Okay, we got, so typically when you see something like this, it's not a Hall of Mirrors effect when you're actually kind of seeing through a texture like that. Typically that happens when you have some lines that are overlapping in a weird way, or some vertexes that are kind of out of order or out of sequence. A vertex being at the end of each line, there's a vertex defining the line. So yeah, we've definitely got some strange line definitions going on here, causing all these this kind of glitchy texture look. Not surprising, because back in the 90s, you know, in order to really debug your level, you had to actually, you know, generate the BSP for it, the binary space partition, and load it up into Doom and try it. And it could be a very drawn-out process. Modern editors, you know, you can just debug it right there in the in Doom Builder. But back in the day, it actually took some time, and loading Doom was not exactly an instantaneous prospect either. So on our 4 megs of RAM, 8 if you were like one of those kids, you know. So, okay, so got some enemies down here. Now, I'm pretty sure we were already down there once, so that just tells me that something opened up down there and we alerted these guys. So, deal with these real quick, and then maybe head down there and see what's what. Got a lot of enemies coming up here. Alright, is there any end to these guys? More? More? Yep, there are more. Now, I know we just came from this way, but where did all these guys come from? Something must have opened up back here. Eh, maybe not. I don't know. Hard to tell. So, still looking for that key. And I'm still hearing, is that a soul sphere down there? There's a key up there. Okay, so I need to finish out these rooms here. Clearly there is more to be found. Ow. Oh, hello. Okay, was not expecting that. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Wait, do I have a rocket launcher? I do. Okay. Well, there was nothing. There was no reason to come in here by the looks of it. So, alright. What is across the hall? Well, that would have been nice for dealing with the Baron. I sure would love to know what all these switches are doing. Typically, when you have switches like this, you want to at least have them in earshot of whatever it is that they're doing, if not visual range. Hey, Okay, well that probably would have crushed me had I stood in it. So, I'm just going to bust out the plasma gun here, because I really need to clear this out as quickly as possible. Otherwise, I could really get torn up very quickly. Alright, that's good enough to switch back to the shotgun at this point. Alright. Alright, not bad, not bad. Now what do we do? What are we doing here? Huh. Door's open. Okay, so that gave us a little look at the key, but the key is... Oh, okay, I see. We're gonna have to go all the way around. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. Not that way, but this way. Okay, so we go up these stairs, and then we should be able to come in behind the red key there. Is this it? Yeah. Okay. And then the red door is continuing down this way. Go ahead and give us a quick save. Not really sure what the name of this WAD is really meant to indicate. Alright, what do we got here? A yellow key. Have we even seen a yellow door? Very interesting. Don't know what this is exactly. It clearly indicates that you can get up there, but maybe need to go across this way, all the way across, and then to the left? Can we go up here? Yes, we can. Okay. Hi, how you doing? I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of your way. Alright. Only one wasted plasma shot. That's what we like to see. I don't even feel like dealing with these guys. Just go ahead and take them out like that. Anyway, we got our blue key. Okay, then we're going to come back around this way, and this should drop down onto these guys. Yep. Oh, but this was the red side. I should have gone back the way we came. Just getting a little disoriented here. That's okay. I don't know where those sounds are coming from. Got our blue door here. No unpeg on these textures. Looks a little weird. We've got our exit. Little ammo in the exit, just in case, you feel like going back and fighting, I guess. And there you have it. Command Control, and this is the normal map. So there you have it. Asthree. Not really sure what the name is meant to indicate, other than maybe 3, map 3, meaning something. But just thoughts on this one. It had a lot of texture issues and issues with some lines and vertexes causing these weird effects. Very bland in terms of like architecture and texture use. Just kind of a big open square. Now it was nice to have a map with some open areas for a change. Just kind of a big square, big runaround with some little computer rooms. No shortage of monsters. Plenty to fight. Actually felt a little low on ammo there early on. Was getting a little tense. But once you start to find the keys, the rest of the map kind of just falls over at that point. Were a couple of little nice surprises. The couple of barons that showed up had a nice little startling moment there to see them appear in your face like that. If this one had cleaned up the missing textures and some of the vertex issues they were having, and maybe just added in a little more detail into the long hallways and the large rooms, I wouldn't say it would be a great WAD, but it certainly had potential to be a decent one. And actually, it looked like it had decent deathmatch potential as well. Nice little rooms and nooks to hide in and ambush people, and So I don't know. I'd say this one has potential. With a little polish, it could have been better. But overall, not terrible. It was quick, if nothing else. Yeah. Wish it had a text file with it, so I wouldn't have to go searching around for it. Thankfully, it didn't take too long to find. So yeah, that is Asthree. So that'll wrap up this, I'm thinking, rather short third episode of the series. We'll get back with the fourth episode soon, moving on to the next WAD down the line. So like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these, and as always, rip and tear.